The Seaway Hotel, it was a scary place. All sorts of police activity, drug behavior, just all sorts of things that were happening in that building.
At one point there was a law enforcement officer that was shot and killed there. So it doesn't have a great history. There were 700 police calls to that building in 1 year. And there was violence, there was prostitution, there was all kinds of things happening there.
In 2012 there was a flood, and so there was a lot of water damage to the building, and the building just hadn't been maintained under the previous owner. So when the city came in and condemned it, it became a great risk for all the residents living there.
There was no way we could have this building shut down and have like 70 or 80 people out on the streets. Like, something had to be done. We already have like a couple hundred people on the streets. That would have made it, just like so much worse.
That's not what Duluth's all about. We're not about putting people on the street. We're about working together to find these solutions. LISC was involved, of course, with helping bring people together to help influence the city to see the importance of keeping the Esmond building open.
There was a real strong effort by the community, and LISC played a major part in that, in getting the stakeholders together and talking about how can we save this building.
So in 2014, the partnership between the Duluth Economic Development Authority, Minnesota Housing Finance Agency, Greater Minnesota Housing Fund, and the HRA pulled together to purchase the Seaway Hotel because it was condemned for human habitation, with the goal of keeping the residents stably housed until another building could be built.
And we were asked to provide the property management in the building, and we do that as part of our role. And our mission is to serve the people in the community with the greatest needs and the least means. I'm really proud to say that we turned it around.
When they started removing some of those turquoise panels that were on the front, here's this name, the Esmond, that was etched into the building. And so it became the natural thing to let's rebrand this and call it the Esmond Building and get away from the Seaway Hotel.
If you look at people that move in, move out, it's probably been hundreds over the last couple of years.
I lived in my van. Deb Holman found me this place. If it weren't for Deb, I might still be in my van because I had no idea what to do.
The initial goal of street outreach would be, for one, safety, and then relationship building with folks in anticipation of helping them, move towards a better place in their life.
I grew up in the cities in foster care, and I was homeless. When I left the chaotic part of my life, this is the place where I got stability, and I've never really had support anywhere until I knew the people here and the other people that are a part of this. So they've really actually turned this place around. It was a pretty rough building back in the day, and now it's like the roofs aren't leaking anymore, and it's clean. It's a really good place now.
A lot of the trouble that was here is gone. It's just peaceful now. I came from the Chum to here. To me, it's quiet. I got my own room. I'm safe.
I don't take any of this for granted. So I'm blessed every day to have a room, a bed, people around me that I'm safe around. This is the beginning of another start, because I get another chance now to come into a community like this and have a group of people who have needs and need that housing, need some stability. All they're going to do is strengthen that community. So the whole community benefits from helping.
We got a real loud message from the tenants living there that they still wanted to live in Lincoln Park. Lincoln Park truly is their home. And so to allow them to live in new, affordable, safe housing is just a bonus.
So Garfield Square is the development, then it will have 50 units of supportive housing. The HRA acquired the land for Garfield Square and then donated it to Center City at no cost. And then the HRA also is putting in 40 project-based vouchers. So 40 out of the 50 units will have rent subsidy through the HRA.
When we open, Center City will be the owner of the building, and we will also do the property management in the building, as well as we will provide the services, the caseworker in the building.
I'm just so grateful to be here, and I can't wait to move into Garfield.
And the new facility is simply going to allow us to have a place where guests can come in.
And then moving into this final step, then we can really revitalize the Esmond building and bring it back and make it just a special gem for Lincoln Park. So my first choice in finding the funding to redevelop the Esmond would be to use an opportunity zone investor. So if we can find a socially conscious opportunity zone investor that can get enough of a return on their investment, it's the perfect situation and the perfect story for someone to see how they've really saved housing, contributed to neighborhood revitalization, and really done some transformative work in Lincoln Park.
There are a number of LISC organizations across the United States, and I think we're really lucky that we have one here in Duluth.
You know, without a program like LISC, like a lot of this stuff would never happen. I mean, they're a large motivator, I think, for things to make things happen, positive things.
I want to go to school, I want to be a drug counselor, I want to do something to give back like people have helped me, which is a big deal to me.
Because as soon as we can get back on our feet, we give back. You know, it's that, I'm a firm believer, bless it forward.
Yes, this neighborhood, it has changed. Like, I can't even begin to tell you how much it's changed. It's just so much better.
You go from this really scary place, and it's not a scary place anymore, and it has the opportunity to just be this shining star in the neighborhood. It's an exciting time.